You two special ring belts. This is the first one. And now it is for Canelo.
He looks so disappointed.
Canelo!
اسكن على المسار الرياضي وديني.
What I want to say is what I want to say. Make me come and event. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, he's mad. He got a tough fight ahead of him, so I saw his face.
Oh man.
The boxing landscape is in a state of electric transformation, as several major storylines converge in a dramatic fashion. From Canelo Alvarez's latest outing, to the looming possibility of a super fight with Terence Crawford, and the heavily hyped clash between Ryan Garcia and Rolando Rauli Romero in Times Square, the sport is roaring with renewed energy and attention. Let's start with Canelo Alvarez. While he secured a unanimous decision victory in his latest bout, the fight was anything but dominant or convincing for many spectators. Canelo appeared frustrated in the ring, struggling to break down an opponent who simply didn't want to engage. It's hard to catch someone who doesn't want to win, who's just moving around, one observer noted. While Canelo's timing and accuracy were praised by some, others felt the movement of his opponent, nicknamed Skull, gave him fits. In fact, several voices in the boxing community, including respected analysts and former fighters, argued Skull may have deserved the nod. "I had Skull winning by 1 or 2 rounds," one post-fight commentator admitted. "He boxed smart, he moved well, and he neutralized Canelo's power. That should count." Yet the judges all saw it clearly in Canelo's favor, and the Mexican superstar marches on, still the face of boxing, still the global draw, still the biggest name in the sport. And that's exactly why Terrence Bud Crawford is hunting him next. Crawford
wrote it. Wrote it because who can't even get to help you, but at the same time, may not need a tune-up fight for that. That's all I'm saying. What we worked on, what I showed him, lets him know that.
And you're fair, but at the end of the day, a lot of boxers go through it. I've been through it many times before, so I'm going to show out come Friday night.
Yeah, at yesterday's press conference, we saw you and Bill Haney get into it, and when I was with you in camp in La Jolla, you told me it's not personal between you and Devin, but it is between you and Bill. Why?
I mean, I'm not going to give too much energy into that. He likes to talk a lot, but at the end of the day, I got to focus on Rollies tomorrow because not so hungry this time.
And then again, this is going to be your second marquee fight. You fought Gervonta Davis also in New York a few years ago. Now you're going to be fighting in Times Square. What are you envisioning?
A knockout. A vicious
widely
knockout.
regarded as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, has publicly zeroed in on Canelo as his next target. With a potential date floated for September 12, the fight would be one of the biggest in recent memory. Crawford acknowledged the weight difference, Canelo being the naturally bigger man, but dismissed any notion that it would be a deciding factor. "That's why we fight the fight," Crawford said bluntly. "We'll all see if the weight makes a difference or not." For Crawford, it's not just about another win. It's about legacy. Beating Canelo would elevate him to rarefied air, cementing his greatness across multiple divisions. The clash has all the makings of a modern super fight, 2 generational talents.
Without winning that, we can't have that rematch, so I got to stay focused on Rollies. He's a power puncher, so I got to watch every step.
Times Square, New York. You're going to be right in the center of the universe. Ryan Garcia, one of the biggest stars in all of boxing. How excited are you?
I'm super excited. I'm just blessed with this opportunity. I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ over everything. And, we're ready to do our job.
Thank you, Ryan Garcia. Can't wait to see you tomorrow night.
Thank you. Let's get it.
All right. I think a lot of people are here to see you, of course. Ryan Garcia, one of the biggest stars in all of boxing. You're going to be fighting at a career high, 147 pounds. We know how big you are. How much better are you feeling right now?
Much better. This is the weight class I belong in. This is the one I feel the most comfortable. So excited to start my journey at 147.
And this is going to be your first fight in a year. You had the layoff. What was that layoff?
Both proud, undefeated in their primes, Canelo's only loss remains to Floyd Mayweather, both chasing immortality. And then there's Ryan Garcia. Flashy. Controversial. Supremely talented, and finally, serious. After a chaotic period that included a high-profile win-turn-no contest against Devin Haney due to Garcia missing weight, followed by bizarre public behavior and personal drama, Garcia appears to have turned a corner. Now training under Derek James, Garcia is stepping into the welterweight division for the first time to face Rolly Romero in one of the most anticipated and unique boxing events in recent memory. Set in a custom 19-foot ring in Times Square, the fight is part of a $10 million production backed by Saudi boxing financier Turki Al-Sheikh. Less than 300 VIPs will watch ringside while
overdue.
It seems like it's been a pretty heated battle between you and Ryan, the face-offs, the trash talk. Is it personal?
I don't know what you guys talk about. It's been heated. I think it's been pretty professional.
All right. So good to see the knockout tomorrow night. Is that right?
Of course.
All right, Rolly Romero tomorrow night in Times Square. Thank you.
Thousands more are expected to flood the surrounding area to watch the spectacle unfold. It's flashy, unprecedented, and perfectly suited for Garcia's star power. But this time, Garcia isn't just about the spotlight. According to his team, his training camp was focused, intense, and disciplined. Conditioning coach Justin Fortune, who has worked with legends like Manny Pacquiao and Mike Tyson, said Garcia might have even overtrained, such was his determination to reclaim his reputation. He's matured, said Fortune. He's focused. He's hungry. Trainer Derek James echoed the sentiment. Power, speed, athleticism, it's all there. But this time, he's thinking like a champion.
Look like a real businessman now. He's not all loud and crazy like he was. He's kind of toned it and tamed it, calmed it and tamed it down, toned it down a bit. So I respect that with Ryan, man, and I think he's gonna be a lot more focused now. And he's actually gonna go and train, and he's gonna definitely put on a show, and I think he's gonna win, man. I think he's gonna win by knockout.
How long does that fight go in your opinion?
It won't go past 6.
Garcia himself admitted the shift. I'm in a different mental space, he said. I just want to prove I belong. I'm not stressed about the weight cut anymore. I feel stronger. I feel right. Standing across from him is Rolando "Rolly" Romero, a wild, unorthodox brawler with genuine knockout power but questionable fundamentals. He's already been knocked out before and has shown vulnerabilities, particularly against skilled, fast-handed opponents. Still, his power remains a wildcard. He's got a puncher's chance, one analyst said. If he lands clean, anything can happen. Despite that, most experts are siding with Garcia. Former champions like Tim Bradley and Andre Ward have both predicted a knockout win for Ryan, many expecting the fight to be over in under 6 rounds. Garcia's speed, power, and polished left hook.
Really, because who can't even get to help you, but at the same time, we not need a tune-up fight for that. That's all I'm saying. What we worked on, what I showed him, lets him know that
could be too much for Romero's looping, reckless style. I think he knocks him out, said Bradley. And I think Ryan's character has really changed. He's calmer, more respectful, more focused. He looks like a real businessman now. For Garcia, the stakes couldn't be higher. This fight is about redemption. About championship gold. About proving that he's more than an Instagram fighter or a flash in the pan. If he wins convincingly and makes weight, he walks away not just with a belt, but with the boxing world's respect and possibly its future. I'm super excited, Garcia said. I thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for this opportunity. Now it's time to do my job. In many ways, May 2nd in Times Square is not just a fight, it's a crossroads. For Ryan Garcia, a win launches him into the upper echelon of boxing, potentially setting up a rematch with Devin Haney or even a Canelo showdown someday. For Rolly Romero, it's a shot at relevance, redemption, and legacy. For boxing itself, it's a night of spectacle, grit, and the promise of a new star rising. Whether it's Canelo versus Crawford or Garcia versus Romero, one thing is clear: the sport is alive, unpredictable, and ready for the next chapter.